So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talk Extreme Wrestling. Today we are booking the Royal Rumble for our WWE 2020 Road to WrestleMania series. Week 4 of January is the Royal Rumble. After that, we're going to look at Elimination Chamber and Fastlane until we get to WrestleMania. So still, 2 more pay-per-views beyond the Rumble until WrestleMania. Plenty to get through, plenty to book. And today, the Royal Rumble, one of the most important nights of the year as we know. It's the men's Royal Rumble match and the women's. Both storylines aren't that flash hot right now, especially the women's. Some other big matches we're going to have: Styles and Orton, Lesnar and McIntyre as well. We might have Owens and Joe team up to take on AOP and Rollins in some capacity, I would assume. Nakamura and Strowman's been one of our better storylines, so we'll be doing that. And of course, The Fiend and Daniel Bryan. So our main event stories are all around 70, high 70s storyline heat, which is pretty good. So hopefully we can have maybe an 85 to 90 around that area. I think is probably where we're headed for our overall rating for the Royal Rumble. We had a bit of luck improving some of the popularity in the last few streams of some of the lower end guys. But our main eventers mainly have been losing popularity thanks to Drew McIntyre getting that victory. But overall, it's been difficult to really improve anyone's popularity. It's been difficult to really get the show better, but within time, hopefully we can start to make it a little bit easier for ourselves. We've had a bit of fortune with the return of Jeff Hardy, Ruby Riott, Jinder Mahal. He'll be back just after the Rumble. Same with Lars Sullivan. It's a little bit of a shame we can't use him there, as will be the Usos. So some troops are coming back very, very soon, which will be good for us. But nothing much else is going on in the wrestling world really. So we're ready to finish off the last SmackDown before the Rumble. And what's going on here? Dolph Ziggler has an incident. Hilarious road stories. Alright, Dolph Ziggler being the funny man. So our backstage rating is still 100%, which is great. I guess this day and age it's a little easier to maintain that sort of rating. So that's a good thing for us. Alright, let's book SmackDown. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is SmackDown. Let's take a look. Pre-show, Austin Theory versus Pete Dunne. Wow, 49. Pete Dunne, 50. Austin Theory, 39. Not bad. That's pretty good, actually. We opened up this week's SmackDown with Reigns and Kofi Strowman as they promoed with Nakamura and his crew, Cesaro and Sami Zayn, right there to set up a 6-man for later on. So that advanced the storyline hit for both storylines, which is good to see. The Miz and Bobby Roode. Robert Roode had a great match, 81. Miz 81, Robert Roode 71. Still don't know why Robert Roode is not a main event guy. We'll never know. He's got it. He's good. Miz 78 pop for 81 performance, not bad. Miz probably needs a gimmick fix. Got to fix up his gimmick, so need a reminder to fix that. Sheamus had a vignette hyping up the Royal Rumble. The 77, that's good. Elias and Bo Dallas went one-on-one. Elias picked up a quick and easy win. Elias 65 in ring, Dallas 39. Lacey Evans says she's confident she can beat Bayley for the Women's Championship after her win last week, advancing the storyline, 51. Heavy Machinery beat a couple of local guys for 34. The local guys outperformed Heavy Machinery. That's not good. That's not good. Tucker 37, Otis 33. Oh god, that is not good. Alright. After that though, Mandy Rose was backstage and she was pretty impressed after Otis and Tucker picked up the win. So Mandy started to be a little bit impressed by Otis there for the 58. Tamina took on Dana Brooke in the scheduled bathroom break. 39 rated, about as good as you'd expect. Firefly Funhouse segment with Bray Wyatt promoed on Daniel Bryan for 76. I probably should have done something a little bit more on this SmackDown. I kind of left it and focused on the Royal Rumble a little bit more here. Probably regret that a little bit, but that's okay. I should have gave Bryan a match, probably. Probably should have put him in the main event. Shorty G took on King Corbin. It wouldn't be an episode of SmackDown without a rematch, huh? Shorty G and Corbin. How many times they faced each other a few months ago? Well, if it was 3 months ago, that means it was 3 years ago. It's never happened in WWE World, so we can see it again. Shorty G 59, Corbin 60. Baron Corbin still sucks. 63. Nikki Cross took on Bayley, and they actually had pretty good chemistry. So we actually gave Nikki Cross the win here. So we have this feature on the stream where you can buy or use your channel points that you accumulate by watching the streams to pick the winner of the match. And well, it happened in this one. They picked Nikki Cross to beat Bayley. So what we did is have Lacey Evans distract Bayley to cost her the match. But post-match, this is where it kind of makes a little bit of sense. Bayley getting very frustrated and actually had a bit of a tantrum. And Sasha Banks is trying to calm her down, say it's okay, trying to support her friend. Lacey and Nikki Cross are laughing, they're celebrating, they're pretty happy with themselves. So Lacey Evans is getting under the skin a little bit of Bayley. So Bayley could be a little bit vulnerable right now. And finally, our main event consisted of Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Nakamura teaming up to take on Strowman, Reigns, and Kofi. We mentioned it earlier about the someone picking the winner of the match. Well, it happened again here, and the plan was to have Strowman win and the babyfaces look great. But in the end, the heels got the win with Nakamura cheating to defeat Braun Strowman. So then we had Nakamura 83, Sami Zayn 77, Cesaro 77, very good stuff. Kofi Kingston 82, Roman Reigns 87, Strowman 79. That all went down pretty well. 82 for that. And then we had the last segment. Braun Strowman was absolutely furious that Nakamura cheated to beat him, and he started throwing everybody over the top rope. He eventually held down the ring and was looking pretty good before the Rumble. So, gaining storyline heat for the men's and the Nakamura-Strowman story. 84 segment there, 82 main event. Miz and Rue was good. Should maybe hit an 80 rated show? Yes, we do. Okay. That's the bare minimum we have to get is 80 every single week. Thank God we just got there. No, don't tell me you're unhappy, Fox. No, don't tell me. I'll get back to that in a sec. Don't tell me. We hit the minimum. You've got to be happy. We hit the minimum. All right, we had some interesting results here. Let's take a look. We have NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. Velveteen Dream beat Aiden English in the main event of an NXT TakeOver. Why? 39 rated. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. All the matches are booked. Let's get into it. Let's see how this goes. EC3 and R-Truth kicked off the show and the pre-show with a 24/7 championship match. EC3 beats R-Truth at 59. EC3 62, R-Truth 47. The good news here is EC3 and Dan Mather are a good pairing. Well, EC3 and Scarlett was not a good pairing, but this apparently is. So, at least we did something right. And yes, we actually are having matches for the 24/7 championship. Because the storyline is Dan Mather is protecting EC3. He's his bodyguard, so no one can get close enough to EC3 because of Dan Mather. So they actually have to have proper matches to try and get the championship from EC3. R-Truth failing here in the pre-show. One more pre-show match with the Viking Raiders picking up a quick win over the Singh brothers as well. The Singh brothers have excellent chemistry and outperformed the Viking Raiders. Oh boy. Now the first match of the show. It is the Women's Royal Rumble. I have no idea how this is going to go. My prediction is this will be a 57 rated. I'm going to go 57 rated. Not confident at all. But it's the Women's Rumble. Is it ever going to be good? Not really. So let's see how this disaster went down. This is the Women's Royal Rumble match, the first one of the show. First match, officially 60. Okay. Well, a little bit better than I expected. A little bit better. Shayna Baszler won the Royal Rumble match when Charlotte, Sasha, and Rhea Ripley were the final four. Charlotte was the last to be eliminated. Shayna got the most eliminations in the match, and she won it. Charlotte was the Iron Woman, but Shayna wins the Royal Rumble. So a big way to debut Shayna on the main roster. Royal Rumble win straight off the bat. Most eliminations. So obviously we put her over big time. I think we kind of have to. We really don't have many other unique options for WrestleMania. Becky Lynch has kind of beaten everyone there is to beat. We don't want to see Charlotte and Becky again. So this is a natural progression of, you know, natural way to go about it. So Shayna Baszler's pretty much done in NXT, done everything there is to do. So this is probably the right way to go about it. Ruby Riott had her return in this match and sustained a detached retina. So that sounds like she's going to be out injured again. She's back and she's gone again. Oh boy. Oh great. That is fantastic. So we had some NXT girls in the match. Scarlett was in it. Mercedes Martinez, we brought her in for it. Shayna's girls, Jessamine and what's the other one? Marina, they were in it. Dakota Kai was in it. Bianca Belair was in it. Tegan Nox, Rhea Ripley. So yeah, so we had to use a lot of NXT girls to fill in the spots as well. After that, we had a promo. Yes, you see, detached retina as she's gone. Becky Lynch is cutting a promo about Asuka, her upcoming opponent tonight, when Shayna Baszler interrupted and stared down Becky Lynch. So a small little teaser of what is to come at WrestleMania with those two interacting there. 82 rated segment, so good rating right there. Next one is probably one of the better matches, I think, of this card. Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. I'm pretty confident this one's going to be good. So, fingers crossed it is. I think my prediction, I'm gonna go high. I'm gonna go 87. I'm pretty confident these two guys are gonna deliver. So, Randy and AJ, one-on-one, let's take a look. 75. Wow. No good storyline. So the lack of a hot storyline. We had a storyline that was high 80s, high 70s rather. So there you go. We just didn't have a good enough storyline to get it over the mark. Interesting. Styles has a foot blister as well. 88 from Orton, 87 from Styles. So they both performed how they should have performed. Just the storyline heat, I guess. That's pretty disappointing, actually. Very disappointing. I was really banking on this one to be a good match. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think the storyline heat was good enough. I think, you know, it wasn't 88, 87, which is what they performed, but I don't think it was bad enough to ruin the match. So I don't agree with that. Alright, Drew McIntyre cut a promo on Brock Lesnar, basically saying that even though he's hurt, he won't let that stop him from fighting here tonight. So next is going to be Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre. Hard to really say how this is going to go. We even took a risk and went for a wild brawl. Both guys have good brawling abilities, so we figured, you know, why not? And that's basically what all of Lesnar's matches are. All out chaos for 10 minutes. So, let's see how this car crash goes down. McIntyre and Lesnar. I'm going to say 78. Let's have a look. 71. Oh, they don't have any chemistry. Wow. Alright. No chemistry. That is unlucky. Lesnar 72. McIntyre 63. That's unlucky. Dislocated finger from Lesnar, so everyone's getting injured tonight. Oh my god. Yeah. So we will never know if the wild brawl was a mistake or not because the chemistry is just so bad. I probably would say it didn't help. McIntyre didn't go too well with the All Out, but Lesnar did. Lesnar was tired, but we'll never really know. I would probably say, judging off this number, it probably would have been around 80, I reckon. 80-ish. Alright. Locker room's a bit happy with Drew McIntyre after his mistake caused Brock to get hurt. Wow. So McIntyre botched. He dislocated his finger. He'll be okay. Brock Lesnar's a tough guy. I think he'll be right. We had Samoa Joe cut a promo on Seth Rollins hyping up their interaction with the Royal Rumble. Coming up, not next, but very soon. So 85 for that one, which is good. But next up will be Asuka and Becky Lynch. So far, every match is bombed. Can we please have something good? Please. Becky and Asuka. I'm going big. I'm gonna pray for 80. Please. We need something. Please. Let's have a look. 80 it is. So they lacked a bit of psychology, apparently. Well, we said earlier on, we expect Becky to get high 80s, maybe even 90, which she did, 93. And if we can get Asuka to get 70, we'll have a good match, which she did. She got 73, so an 80 overall. So coming together to put on a pretty good match. Could have been a little bit better if there was psychology was fixed a little bit. Maybe scripted the match a little bit more or something like that, which I think we already do. So I don't know what we could have really have done. A lack of a hot storyline, which again, the storyline was high 70s. So I guess at the moment, what we're learning from this is that we probably need to try and get our storylines more towards 80 plus, which is not easy. Not easy. Regardless, Becky Lynch retained her championship by beating Asuka. And I don't know if I mentioned, but Brock Lesnar won against McIntyre too, obviously. And then next is the men's Royal Rumble match. 30 men are in it. Some from NXT, some legends returning, so it's an interesting one. Royal Rumbles never do very well, and what we've seen tonight, nothing's doing well, so I'm going to say 75. I'm going to hope that we can hit something okay for this Rumble. So the men's Royal Rumble match, let's have a look. 79, okay. Okay. I don't mind that. That's okay. That is actually a lot better than I expect. This is probably one of the better matches of the show. This probably should have main evented. Alright, okay. So, obviously all these storylines advancing, but including some of our lower ones, such as Lana Lashley and Rusev, and Murphy, Black, and Andrade. That's good that they're getting some good heat out of this as well. That should help them long term. Anyways, the Royal Rumble. The final four were Roman Reigns, John Cena, Edge, and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe won the Royal Rumble match. We're going to do Samoa Joe, Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I think that's a good way to go. Should be a strong matchup, I hope. Edge got the most eliminations. So I figured, you know what? Edge is having a big return. Why not have him throw a few guys over the top, give him the most limbs? John Morrison also made his return the match, and he got the Iron Man. So he came in probably number one and survived close to the end. I thought that'd be a good way to get Morrison back out there and back in the mix. Some other guys are in it. We had Big Show. He made his return in it, as did Kane. Sheamus as well. Obviously Edge. Jeff Hardy returned in it. Finn Balor was in it. Up from NXT. Keith Lee up from NXT was in it. But yeah, so overall, I'm pleasantly surprised at this Rumble. I think it did not bad. Better than I expected. Last but not least is the main event. Now, after the abysmal matches early on, we really need this main event to deliver big time. Bryan versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. I'm very confident Jen and Bryan will deliver. I just don't know about Bray Wyatt. I'm not confident in Bray. It's going to be no holds barred for the Universal Championship. 82. I'm going to go 82. Not too big, not too small. 82. We'll meet in the middle. Hopefully, it's okay. Let's have a look. 82 it is. Daniel Bryan took a stump up in the match as well to try and lift it a little bit, but ultimately probably didn't help that much. Bryan was great, 91. Don't get me wrong, he was great. It was just Bray Wyatt. In TW, he just doesn't have it. 72. So it's going to make it tough. The plan obviously has to be we've got to get Bray Wyatt to 80 popularity before WrestleMania. If he doesn't get 80 popularity by WrestleMania, his match with Reigns, which is the plan, won't be that good. You know, Roman can probably hit a 90 rated performance, I reckon. But if Bray Wyatt is an 80, then forget about it. So that's got to be the goal. We've really got to lift up Bray's popularity. And with this victory, you feel as though it probably will. Lack of a hot storyline again. But yeah, 82, which gives us probably an 80 rated show. 81. Okay. Can't say I was expecting that. I was probably expecting 85. So it's a little disappointing, a little bit down on what my projections were. But it's our first pay-per-view of this series. So we're going to learn a few things here that we really have to probably focus on more angles and picking and choosing our matches a little bit more smarter. You know, more wisely, just making sure that we separate these guys until it counts the most. If we're going to have them wrestle, it's got to be good. Otherwise, it's going to really affect the storyline big time. But I'll give Daniel Bryan his props. He was good. Who else? I will give Edge. Good comeback. Nice job. And Becky Lynch. Really good. Let's have a look. So JoJo's given birth. So Bray Wyatt's a happy man. Got a new baby boy. The Usos are back. Naomi's back. Lars Sullivan's back. Jinder Mahal is back. Alex Shelley's in WWE, so put him in developmental. Ruby Riott is injured. I don't know how bad that's going to be. It sounds pretty bad. We've got a few other injuries. Samir Singh is charismatic. He's a future star, says John Cena. So, Ruby Riott returns from injury, and her first night back, she's out for 6 months. Alright, if we give her surgery, she could probably fix it. Back in 4 months and 3 weeks. Oh my god. Now that would break your heart if you're Ruby Riott. If that happened in real life, that would break your heart. After all that time, oh my god, look how many people are pissed off they didn't get to be on the Rumble. After all that time to come back just to get injured, oh man, that'd be tough. And let's take a look at the popularity swings. So there's going to be a big change with some of the guys like John Cena involved, losing. Bray Wyatt got a big win over Bryan. Wow. 77 now. Went up 5 in a night. I'm worried about Daniel Bryan now. I'm worried about Bryan. Styles staying the same despite the win. Strowman the same. Yeah. Bryan going from 86 to 80 in a night. At least Bray Wyatt got 5 out of it. If he had got 3 or 2 out of it, I would have been very, very furious. But now, Bray Wyatt, 77, he's more valuable as a main event guy. Because thinking about it is, Bryan, he doesn't need the pop. If he has 80 pop, he can probably hit 86, 87 in the ring. No worries. And that's great. Bray Wyatt, as we just saw, he will perform at what his pop is at. So he'll get 77 in the ring probably now. So he needs the pop badly. So risk versus reward. You know, you got to do what you got to do. McIntyre's now got 70 pop after getting in the ring with Lesnar. So, you know, he had a good month. Not a bad month. Cena's still got 90 pop. So despite the fact he didn't win the Rumble, he didn't lose any pop, which is great. Kevin Owens still 76. Kofi the same. Orton dropped. Wow. Randy Orton dropped 3 pop. He's dropped a total of 5 pop this month after losing to AJ, who gained nothing. They're on even level, and he dropped that much. That's crazy. Mysterio 78, Reigns 83. That's fine. Alright, so Samoa Joe winning the Royal Rumble. Gone from 73 to 75, 76, which is good. So we obviously need Joe as close to 80 as possible as well, because he needs to carry Lesnar to a good match. So, there you go. I'm okay with that. That's not a bad gain. Rollins 81, Sheamus the same, Nakamura, yep, Miz. Okay, so no one really lost pop from that Royal Rumble by the looks of it, which is good. If you are watching the YouTube, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. We're going live every Sunday and Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch, twitch.tv/BrendenPlayz. And make sure you do join up the Discord and get yourself involved in the BrendenPlayz community that little bit more.